America has had riots before, but never have they seemed to have the approval of a major political party. Portland's Democratic Mayor Ted Wheeler even thanked protesters who have been destroying his town before he was hit with tear gas. What makes this a potentially dangerous revolutionary moment in U.S. history is that many of America's elites either tolerate or support the rioting and the burning of U.S. cities.
There are always people who are willing to burn and to loot and to tear things apart. Now those people are getting support from the news media, from the academy, and to a large degree from the Democrat Party.
How did we reach this point? Writer and commentator Andrew Klavan says decades of cultural rot and leftist indoctrination.
We have 50 years, maybe close to 60 years, pouring this disinformation, this American disinformation, into the minds of our populace and our young. I don't see what the surprise is when out and they say, oh, America is a terrible country, it's a racist country. America was founded on racism. That's what the New York Times is putting out.
The way these operations work is there will be a mass of people who have a grievance, and they will be weaponized by a small cadre, or not so small cadre of organizers.
Diana West, author of The Red Thread, says this is how revolutions start. And this revolution didn't start this year.
This is another cycle of a long march through the institution, long efforts to overthrow the Western world, overthrow the American Constitution.
Elizabeth Rogliani had to flee Venezuela with her family when Hugo Chavez and Nicolas Maduro used racial politics to turn South America's wealthiest nation into a poor socialist dictatorship. She has a warning for Americans.
I have already lived through this thing when I was living in Venezuela. Statues came down, Chavez didn't want that history displayed, and then he changed the street names, then came the curriculum, then some movies couldn't be shown on certain TV channels. You need to guard your country and your society or it will be destroyed.
President Trump is threatening to yank funding for schools and colleges he says are about radical left indoctrination, not education. The violence has now spread to churches, and Americans are getting a fresh education on the concept that ideas have consequences. Dale Hurd, CBN News.